look long for this world, and she is kind of haunted by a trauma in her past. It's called One Green Bottle. Moon's up tonight, like a dirty great 6 months it is, all smirched and grimy. But it's not moon, it's my windows. I haven't energy to clean them, not with Daddy coming. Beggy from next door says my windows are the filthiest in Manchester, and a dirty window's a sign of a soul that's lost God. But I don't mind her really. She's Catholic, where she was brought up. And it's not her fault, because I hadn't told her about Daddy. It's a miracle. That's what it is, a flaming miracle. I stare out into the garden through the streaks of dirt and pigeon poo. There he is, my Arnie. I'm looking right at him. He's waving like he's flagging down one of them hansom cabs. I go downstairs slowly, my hand clutching the banister. I'm weak, but manage to open the door. I let myself into the small garden. I stand there, unable to believe my own eyes. Mam, I'm home. Our Arnie's blonde hair settles on the shoulders of his jacket. His green uniform, all smart, makes me so proud. He smiles at me. I got all buttery and soft inside like them crumpets I warmed on our Raven last winter. Arnie, is it really you? I look into his pale blue eyes and wonder, am I dreaming? I take his wrist, feeling the roughness of the wool against my skin. It's so good to see him. It's over, man. I know, I heard it on wireless. His hand grasps mine. I press my face into the heavy cloth of his jacket. To me, he's still a little boy, and I want to keep him safe from the shellfire of them nasty Germans, safe in his bed, all tucked up nice and warm. Snug as a bug in a rug, that's what Dad used to say. I used to love me Dad's voice. It were all soothing and pink sounding, like that calamine lotion they used to pour on me when I got stung. I've missed you so much, I said. I've missed you too, man. I miss your vegetable broth and them cheese scones that melt in my mouth. I pull away. You and your food, you always did think with your belly. He grins. I had Arnie in 1924. I were in the middle of scrubbing the step. When my waters broke, I thought it was soap suds dripping all over the place. It took me 3 more pairs before I realised, oh heck, here he comes, faster than a flaming wicket tank. Put the kettle on then and make us a brew, he says. Then it goes all coy and he says, I love you, man, as he follows me into the house, you daft apron. As I put kettle on, I'm singing that song Nan used to sing when I was little before she got bronchitis and passed on. There is one green bottle standing on the wall, and if that green bottle should accidentally fall, there'll be no green bottle standing on the wall. What are you singing that for? Arnie says. It's a bit gloomy, isn't it? We used to sing it in trenches, like to say you could be next. Your gran used to sing it, do you remember? Mam tried to come through once in Privy, months after she passed, but Dad said it were rats in the U-bend. I think there's something after death, me. Someone waiting to collect you and take you home, like a child that's been let out of school. I pour tea into the cracked old teapot. I sit down and it's just like old times, me and Arnie sat around the kitchen table laughing and joking, wars a million miles away, like it never happened. And I'm so happy I want to get on my lumpy old knees on the stone floor and thank the Lord for bringing him home safe. Pain's bad now. It's sharp right under my ribcage. I feel like some bugger's trying to slice me open. Last night, I dreamt about our Arnie. He were in the yard playing with his pals. I couldn't get him in. I yelled until my throat were all rough like one of them scouring pads they used to get grease off frying pan, but it were no flaming use. Oh, and then I woke up and it was slicing into my ribs again. Doctor's due today. I don't see a point. I mean, what's he wasting his time for? I said to him, you're better off helping them you can save. Don't go wasting your time and clapped out old banger like me. He's nice, is Dr. Brittlebait. He'd not say a bad word, he wouldn't. Not about anyone. He's nothing like his name. He comes through the door with his little leather bag that has more creases than his face, and he sits down at the side of me. I'm on the couch with a hot water bottle pushed up against me ribs. How are you doing today, Mrs. Winters? I laugh weakly. I'll not see another one of them, that's for sure. How bad is the pain on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 being the most severe. Flaming at 20. I look at him, my hand pressed against my heart. I can tell what he's thinking. Daddy's coming soon, isn't he? My dad were a coal miner. He'd come back from pit all black like he were death itself, but then he'd scrub it off nice and clean. Oh, I wish I could do that, scrub myself nice and clean, get the death off me. But once it gets on you, you never get it out. Ooh, I let out a sigh that wheezes like the north wind down our snicky. Daddy's marching up our street with his big boots on. I can hear him clump, 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 in time with the rhythm of my heavy old heart. I were hoping he might stop up at the Crown and give me a bit more time with Arnie. I've waited all this time not knowing if he was safe or missing in action, because that's what they say, isn't it? Missing in action. But they just mean dead, really, don't they? They don't like to say it, but that's what they mean. Dr. Whittlewaite looks at me, all scrutinising, then he says, "How's your mind? I'm happy as a Sam by me, what do you bloody think?" But I don't say that, of course, because he's nice, is me doctor. I'm getting by. It's what you say, isn't it? Even if your house has just been bombed by the Jerrys, half the floor's missing, bits of privy all over the garden in little white triangles, and not so bad, you say, not so bad. Mrs. Winters, I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions, okay? Take your time answering them, there's no hurry. I nod. Can you tell me who the Prime Minister is? Winston Churchill, don't you listen to wireless? He's still looking at me. Okay, Mrs. Winters, what year is it? It's 1945. He gives me a funny look, like I've got jam smeared on my face and put a daft hat on. Then he does his kind face, the one where he goes all crinkly like that old copy of Beano I found under around his bed the other week. He gives a little cough. I don't like it when serious people like doctors do that coughing thing. It makes me all quaky and my slippers. The thing is, Mrs. Winters, I've made inquiries. Inquiries about what? To see if it can be moved to a hospice. The thing is, you can't stay here on your own. You need to be looked after. No, I can't leave. I need to be with Arnie. No. This is me home, any road. I'm fine. I'm Tommy. He's back from war. I'll be right as rain. Me lovely big handsome lad, proper spoiling me he is. Please try not to get distressed, Mrs. Winters. We are here to help. He's got his soft voice on, the one he uses when he doesn't really know what to say to make things better. He gives me a little injection of morphine and says goodbye. I don't get up to see him out. Oh, it's good as that morphine. I feel all floaty like I'm drifting somewhere nice. Not on ship for now, with all the old bits of rubbish and rusty prams at bottom, but an ocean somewhere foreign. I can hear the waves, I can see the ocean. Lovely it is, all fresh and clean, new as a baby. I can see Arnie in the garden. Pain stabs through my chest. Even though my legs are heavy with all that morphine, I go outside. Only, it's not him. It's not my lad. I go closer and look at it. It's just a jacket, an ordinary jacket pegged on the line, flapping in the breeze, all emptied of Arnie. I take it down, gather it in my arms, put my face in it, breathing it in, breathing into it like I can breathe back the life I give him, like I can kiss him. There, all better now. I feel something inside me cracking, tears run into my mouth. They're all salty like the chips Mum and Dad used to get from shop down the road when I were a nipper. And I'm right back there laughing and running in the alleys of the old back-to-backs in my battered on nails and my cotton dress middle of winter. I'm laughing and I'm young again. I close my eyes and let the tears come. Floating in front of me is the telegram from Bar Office. Arnold Joseph Winters, killed in action, June 1944. He were me one green bottle, my lad, in his mossy uniform. I only had the one. All I wanted to do was take him off wall and tuck him up in bed nice and safe. Pain's gone now. I open my eyes.